gentlemen, turn your speakers up. It's time for the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE. Oh yeah! Let's meet the hosts. First, a man hailing from the Hub City in Indiana. He goes by @TooSweetKyle on Twitter. The host, Kyle Gagliardi. And your co-host, hailing from the Valley of Lake Tahoe. He goes by @JimTuck89 on Twitter. Jim Tucker. And last but not least, hailing from the cornfield somewhere in Indiana, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram @PodOnTheMark.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I am your host, Mr. OTM, Kyle Gagliardi. And joining me this evening is, unfortunately, not my friend, the full-time part-timer, Ian Garavaglia. It is my good friend, Jim Tucker, or as I like to call him, Tucky!
What's going on? It's been a while.
Since I last saw Tucky on OTM on a Thursday. What's up, man? Welcome back.
Shit, man, school's going. Things are happening. Baseball, talking turf, many great things. But still being a dad. Augie, still great. Mista, still beautiful, amazing, and wonderful as well.
Love
that. A lot of good going on. But Mista coaches volleyball too, and they play on Thursday, so that kind of locks me up. Puts me into dad duty. But last week of baseball here, volleyball's over. Many good things on the horizon. I'm excited for a winter of wrestling with OTM. Yeah.
It's like you're doing season work, which I'm not. I'm not mad at. That's why we have 3 co-hosts. And like I said earlier, Ian is no longer going to be on this podcast. He was originally scheduled to be a part of the return of Tucky, but family issues going on there. I believe his dog Wyatt is about to be put down, and I also wanted to extend my condolences to our, loyal listener, Dirk Vogus and Ryan Vogus. Ryan Vogus, you know him if you've been, listening to our show for the past couple of years. Really close to us. We've gotten to attend multiple PLEs with him, and he lost his mother this week, and we want to send our love and just, man, it's been a hard week here at OTM Tuck, especially for me over here, and spent with Ian going through what he's going through. We power through, though, don't we?
Yeah, well, and that's the great thing about the wrestling community that's brought all of us together is, yes, we get to share our love and passion for wrestling, but we also have a group of people in our corner and in our communities, whether it's a shared common interest that brings us together as people and humans. And yes, Vogus, T's and P's to the Vogus family, and Ian and the Garavellas as well. But we're all here for each other. And I know when things hit the fan for me, I've got a strong group of guys 2,000 miles away that I can lean on, and we hope that they feel the same way.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, we can't physically give you a hug, but we could see the chat giving us a virtual hug. We appreciate the love, and all the love goes out to Ian and the Vogus family during these times. But I love the fact that you are back on this show, because as people know, it started just me and you, pal. And this is the origins of OTM. So I've been seeing you are still creating content online, and I didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
I need to hear the whole backstory here, and you need to catch us up because it's been a couple months. Tucky Talks Turf. I know it's Tucker Talks Turf.
Yeah,
but I like to call you Tucky. So explain what's going on with you in that adventure.
So September 28th, we launch a channel, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Tucker Talks Turf. And here's the whole thing. I am trying to become the first high school coach that uses content creation to improve their program as almost as a way to raise funds, fundraising. And so very long-term focus here, trying to be patient, but within 3 weeks, we secured a $20,000 sponsorship with Yard Mastery to cover the entire field and softball field for all of our turf care needs. And we potentially have a brand new outfield mower on the way. And so my passion for I mean, you know that all the way back in my time in Indiana,
enjoy the mow.
I've been enjoying the mow and throwing it down and striping it up. But a channel where tries to meet a lot of needs, satisfying lawn care videos, turf tips, baseball field management tips, kind of funny. And so
it's very funny. And you kind of have my intro too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I wrote the best. What's going on, everybody? Jim Tucker here. And then I do the LA Night Tucker Talks Turf.
I noticed that cadence.
There was a turf tip Tuesday. I threw in to see if anybody would pick it up, but it's been a lot of fun and I think it's a pretty unconventional way to try to improve the program. And thank you. Because you see a lot of coaches on Instagram talking ball, right?
Sure.
Here's how you field. Here's how you hit.
Everyone can do that.
And I don't feel like I'm special in that. I am very fundamental. I'm more cerebral, mental coach. And I have a lot of great assistant coaches that teach the X's and O's. And one of the hardest things about being a baseball coach is that a lot of it is self-funded. The $18,000 trip we go on to Anaheim, self-funded. We got to raise the funds. Football has artificial turf, and basketball's a hardwood floor.
Hate to cut you off, but I think you did something to your mic. You sound a little muddled over there.
I haven't touched the thing.
I don't know. It kind of just acted like you kind of went down like a whole octave.
Is it
Speak
better?
Again? Yeah, you're good
Hello.
Now. There you go.
Hi. Sorry about that. A lot of the equipment's been collecting dust for a little bit. So.
I was going to say it has been over 2 months. I did do the math.
Yeah. It's been a while. Was the last one? The last one was when I was in Indiana in the loft.
That's right. Yeah, at the Airbnb.
Yeah, and so
did you try that? Turning it on and turning it back off. That's a good idea.
I've never heard of that.
And look at that! Look who decided to return when you returned. This is an old tradition. Hi, Mom.
Go. Hi, Donna.
She doesn't do this all the time when Ian's just here.
She's an OG OTM supporter.
This is true. Have you ever gotten that before? That you look like Simon Gotch?
No. I just get hazed by my students for the mustache. So it's, my job is kind of a bully fest. But
yeah, Mama OTM, I guess is what we could call her. Great Brown Hope. No, I love the content that you're doing over there because, like you said, I remember seeing the Snapchat stories in 2016 in the Lakes of the Four Seasons. Enjoy the mow, or just on the Couts baseball field, probably coaching our co-host Ian. Enjoy the mow, but now everybody gets to enjoy the mow with you. And
it's
you know what you're doing. You're going to be great.
It's funny. I had a college coach reach out, send me a 4-minute video of their field asking for help. I'm going up to the AAA park in Reno next week to shoot some videos with their groundskeeper. We've got a meeting with Dura Edge Products on Wednesday for another potential sponsorship. And so it all started in class. We were talking about writing to an audience and being specific and trying to really dial down in who you're talking to. And then I mentioned the comment, the riches are in the niches, which is a social media content phrase where the more specific your niche can be, the chances of success are better. And then I started asking kids, what would your channel be about? And they'd say, baking. Well, that's not specific enough. Okay, baking,
very broad.
Making bagels. Okay, that's a little bit more specific. And then a kid asked me, and I was like, I'd just be cutting grass. Like that wouldn't even be hard. I just set up a camera. I do it already. And then 3 words, why don't you? And that's where it all kind of started. So it's kind of a student-led, generated, motivated movement. And I've got students at school that I've never taught, don't really know, walk up to me and be like, "Hey, you're Tucker Talks Turf." So it's kind of fun.
Geez, more people are going to know you from Tucker Talks Turf than OTM. You've been doing this since 2019. These are your true origins right here. This is where it all started. The cadence, the comfortability, everything.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It started kind of right over there, and then your old basement on what road did you live off of again in the Four Seasons?
Rustic.
That's right. I should have known that.
And it's funny. Here's
what's your handle, by the way? Tell them your handle.
At Tucker Talks Turf on everything. Tucker Talks Turf. So the other funny thing is the owner of Yard Mastery, who just sponsored us, started his YouTube channel in Crown Point, Indiana, mowing the church behind the Zells right by your apartment.
By my place. Yeah, I was going to say that Zells was literally right around the corner.
The lawn care nut started by rehabbing, his house, and then he did a project in Crown Point. And so now he lives in Florida. He owns his own company. And for this to all come full circle is great. But I think good things happen to good people. And I when I think of good people, I think of the OTM community.
Yeah, and I think of the Main Event Wrestling Network as well. So make sure you show some love to everybody over at the Main Event Wrestling Network. At @mainevent_net is where you're going to find them on all the socials. We got the WrestleHolics podcast. We got the Wrestling Junkies. We got the Great Brown Hope in the blog World Order, who just released a new blog. Go check that out before that AAA pay-per-view that we have this weekend. They are predicting every single show. Just a great group of guys that we get to hang out with over here. There is a Main Event Mixer going down this Saturday. Will be hosted by me and my other co-host, Jay Gold, at the night shift. We'll be joined by DC Hendricks and the Great Brown Hope, who's in the chat. So Halloween Havoc's going to be a fun show. But Tuck, we've been gaining slowly on our subscriber goal. We're at, I believe, 478 since you've been gone. So we only need 22 more to get to 500. We're not that far away.
And this is 500 on YouTube, correct?
This is, and that's a big deal because then we can start
there we
making
go.
money at 500. Just saying.
We're on the way.
So what did the junkies say? Just be a friend to one person. Just tell one person.
Or here's another idea: tell 10.
Ooh, I think I like 10 better than one person.
Yeah, but anything helps, dude. Hit the share button, hit the like button, mix in a comment, repost. A little bit goes a long way, and I'm certainly learning that in the content game on my end. I'm also learning that there's a lot of people passionate about grass, so we're on the right track.
Your For You page must be full of it by now, because I know once you start doing one video, you get them all.
We're talking.
But we did have some breaking news, though, and I think he might be gone already. The current MVM says, brothers, I'm exhausted. I don't know if I'll last through this episode. Vacating the MVM title. So not only did you return this week, but the MVM title is completely up for grabs. It's a pretty big episode now.
Yeah, he's just like Seth Rollins.
Well, what if he comes back next week with the crutches and then just drops them?
One of the returns, certainly fitting of the pro wrestling industry that we discuss weekly. You discuss weekly. I discuss barely weekly now.
Every other month, I guess, is close enough.
And that is confirmed. Great Brown Hope and I.
Yes.
It's a month plus in the making. I really am thankful for his patience in my delay. That his first DM sat in my inbox for 3 weeks. I think you reached out to me and said, "Hey."
I gave you a little nudge,
Maybe has he texted you? And I'm like, oh fuck, yeah.
If you ever can't get a hold of Tuck, guys, just nudge Gags, and then I will get Tuck's attention.
He's got a direct line to me. Sometimes I need people, but I don't go into the DMs on Twitter very often. I don't know
You're not socially active unless you're a post and ghost kind of guy, which is kind of like how I am too. Yep. So a lot of people, when I post these wrestling clips and stuff, I go away for a couple hours and I actually do the real life gimmick. Yeah. But I don't know if you saw this news last week. Kine's going to meet John Cena. He's going to be at the last match. He's coming over across the pond.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Big news.
Awesome.
From one of our listeners going to be there.
And DC is a sneaky, underrated city. There's a lot of stuff to do for free.
I've never been. You've been then, obviously.
Oh, yeah. 3 times that was our 8th grade trip when I was teaching at St. Mary's.
Oh, St. Mary's, right down the road again. Another connection.
Go Wildcats.
And Great Brown Hope to use your clip that you always use. Hell yes to this comment right here. I don't know what Brett's reacting to the Bill Moss decision. Mm-hmm. Tucky should be MVM. That's not how it works, right, Tuck? Well, why don't you explain to them how it works if they're not familiar?
Well, for those that have been around a while, this is going to be a broken record. But for those that are just joining us or recently, the MVM stands for Most Valuable Mark. Yeah. And we award that at the end of the show for the most valuable member of the comment section, essentially. Not always about quality, but we love when those join us. We love when the community gets involved and active in the comments because it gives us more to talk about, respond, and engage with. And that's what we're here for, a community of positive people that are passionate about wrestling, that don't always love what we see on TV.
We'll be honest.
We can agree to disagree. And the other news that we haven't talked about yet is Tucky is now the advisor for the Pro Wrestling Club at Douglas High School. Shout out to Rudy, Latino Heat, the absolute demon. He approached me one day. He said, "Mr. Tucker, I heard you like wrestling." And I was like, "Who told you that?" And he asked if we could start a club. One of my teacher friends tipped him off to me. Favorite wrestlers, Eddie Guerrero, an absolute awesome human. I hooked him up with an Eddie Guerrero t-shirt. So I might be his favorite person. We are starting.
Some are saying,
we're starting our own predictions contest for the PWC. Looking to grow our membership. It's currently me and 2 other students.
We can grow that. We
around
can grow.
1,500 in the school. So
we got to get those numbers up.
Attitude and vibes are great. The attitude, vibes, energy, great. And so we're on the right track there. But it's been fun with our own little pro wrestling club. Fridays at lunchtime, room 403. You know where to find us.
Hey, it takes time with these things. We've been doing this now for 6 years, and we're still growing. So inch by inch, brick by brick, you'll get there. I believe in you. The club will flourish. But I was going to talk AEW Wrestledream because I caught that this weekend, but you weren't able to watch it. Have you just not been keeping up in general with AEW as of late?
AEW is like complete opposite of any sit-down schedule I have at the moment. But now I'm looking forward to diving back into it. I watched All In, and then what was the other paper? There was
All Out.
I watched All In and All Out. So I got those 2. And by the time I got home Saturday after baseball, it was 2 hours into the show. So I'm like $50. And then I'm like, well, I could go back and watch it, but I don't think I will. And I'm
you would have to set aside 6 hours if you wanted to.
Yeah. And that's a $50 6-hour investment that I just didn't make.
No, that's fair. I can see how somebody would skip this one because honestly, the build going into it wasn't that good, but I thought the show was great, and I don't know if anybody that was watching got the chance to watch Wrestledream as well. But I mean, if I were to give it a letter grade, I'd probably say a B+. To me, Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks was fantastic. The tag matches really shined. They had Brodito go up against Okada and Takeshita. That was another banger. Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher. Those 2 never disappoint. It really seems like they got something in Kyle Fletcher over there in AEW. I don't know if that's one of your guys because I haven't been able to talk to you in a couple months.
Well, so Kyle Fletcher's rising back in my heart. I loved long hair Kyle Fletcher, and then he shaved, and I went through an Iwi phase where it's just like I just don't like the way your head looks right now. So I don't know, but I'll tell you, he was on Busted Open or one of those podcasts before before All In and before they changed the whole thing. When he had the title match, and I just loved listening to him. So he's back on the rise, but I like the long hair.
Yeah, grow that hair out. If you have it, just keep it growing. Because some of us we
That's what we're doing with Augie now. He's got a little rat tail kind of growing. And
how is Augie? I feel like I haven't asked how the little guy's doing. Is he still yeeting?
After the show, I'll bring him in here and have him say hi to you. But he's yeeting. He's counting to 3. He's John Cena for Halloween. He's all he was with grandma at school, and she was talking about high school wrestling, and when she said the word wrestling, he started yeeting, which was very confusing to those that Susie was talking to. He just started going.
I could see how. Yeah.
And so
motioning like that.
And then loves his action figures. He's got action figures that he just beats the shit out of each other with like this, kind of like drumsticks, and then throws them on the ground. Yeah, he throws him on the ground and he counts to. Now we've got him stopping at 3.
I was gonna say, I remember you telling me he would just keep going. He would just
good
keep
3
going.
count, and we're working on the 1, 2, 2.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kick out at 2 yet.
The next evolution just right
1, 2,
now,
3.
but I'm nervous because now he's starting to climb shit, and so
Swanton's incoming.
He's starting to get aggressive. He
like Darby Allin,
leg dropped off the console on the couch onto a so I could see why, because I was like, I mean, what's so wrong with like a 2-year-old watching wrestling? And so I'm kind of learning.
Yeah, he's gonna keep trying. Look at
Yeah.
the fans love it. Everybody's encouraging Augie to just keep going for it. Follow your dreams, Augie. It's never too early to step into the squared circle.
Well, and that's the question, because kids have asked if he wants to be a pro wrestler, are you gonna support it and let him? And I'm like, yeah. I'll probably just put up a ring then. Like, I would be that parent.
Exactly.
You know? Like, I don't know.
Because you would want to step in the ring too. There's no way Dad's not stepping in the ring with Augie.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I got to be the training partner, right? And I feel I could help from a promo delivery standpoint.
Yeah, or be the manager. Yeah, Great Brown Hope said you could be the manager.
So there's some options there. I just
and then whenever you want him to turn heel, I'll just become his manager and I'll turn on you. That's how we get the story going.
Yeah, that's cool. Lose a friend and a son. That's awesome.
I know. I'm like the Eddie Guerrero here, and then he'll just become my son.
Nah.
You could be Rey Mysterio. That's Great Brown Hope's favorite wrestler.
Shout out to Dr. Squatch coming out with the Rey Mysterio soap today. Stone Cold Steve Austin soap and deodorant. You can get all three. We talked about that in fitness season. $30. $30.
But that's as much as it is to get the ESPN Unlimited.
But I'm probably gonna buy it.
You're gonna get the WWE soap?
I probably got to buy two, right? You got to keep them.
Oh, okay, yeah. One for
I got
a
a box of cinnamon. I got a box of cinnamon toast crunch here that's worth about.
So do I. Yeah, it's underneath the Briscoes. You can't even see them anymore.
You got me hard on that at WrestleMania. You were like,
"Whoa, pause."
You did. You got me hard on that.
Why? Because it was such a limited item that you had to have it.
Yeah, and then I come back to my Walmart in Gardnerville, Nevada, and it's just everywhere, loaded with limited edition.
It's everywhere.
I bought a box of cereal off of Amazon.
So did I. The chat really needed an "Hey yo" soundbite. See, that's what's unfortunate now. You've been out of the game for a while. We got a lot of sound bites too that you can play around with. Ian still forgets half the time too, and you know me, I'm always orchestrating, so I always forget. So we have all these sound bites, but we just don't use them all the time. So keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, right? I'm just locked into the comment section.
Yeah, me too, because we have a good comment section.
These dudes got me
day
ones.
Yeah. Let's pull up
that
comment
hard.
though. Okay, I don't want to hear you getting hard anymore. Mox versus Darby was very controversial. I'm sure you saw it, a little bit of the discourse online. Maybe you didn't because you're a very busy guy, but Moxley and Darby, they brought out a fish tank. He submerged Darby's head in it, and a lot of people were saying, this ain't it. You shouldn't be doing this. Kids shouldn't be watching this. The way I look at it, Tuck, that match was happening in the main event. It was 11:30 on a Saturday. What kids are actually watching that match?
I actually think that's kind of a good point, because there was a point in my childhood where at night I had to stop watch wrestling and I had to go to bed.
You just got to be the better parent at that point and tell them when, right?
Yeah, but all that's not the first time something like that has happened in AEW. It's that the fish tank thing is the first time that's happened, but
and it's not the last time or first time they had a good show with a controversial main event.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to do it. I think that's a signature of the AEW brand. That is something starkly different than what you're going to get at WWE. You're not going to get a lot of that stuff at WWE. That doesn't make AEW worse or better. It makes it different. And so I see it as a positive some of it does make me uncomfortable. And the thing the thing that makes me fall asleep at night is I know that was a planned, coordinated event. And the likelihood of if that was real, it
was real. The last match they had when Moxley, or was it Darby, stabbing Moxley's ear, where they were literally just splitting open his earlobe. I was like, what is going on? Like, that's too much for me. But I'm also not going to be one of those people online saying you can't do that because there's kids watching. Because once again, as a parent, that's up to you to decide what and when they're going to be watching something.
And I think the other layer is you paid to do it. You paid to watch
$50,
right?
It's not cheap.
It wasn't free, forced upon you, cast upon you anyway. There is an agreement. When we go to GCW and see pizza cutters, we understand that could be a thing that happens there. Now, the first show it ever happened at, maybe. But right away,
wild.
they sent the message, you know.
Well, I don't know if you saw too, but Missouri had some like harsher restrictions on what they could do. So that's why this match was so tame. But if that's the case, why did you plan the finale of this feud to be in Missouri? You know?
That I think that is something to consider.
And do you think Mercedes Moné needs another belt?
So I was thinking about that. We got an indie company in Reno, very small. They run out of high schools.
She might do it.
I'm telling you, I like the women's champ in Reno, but money.
How is she going to lose all these titles? Is my real question.
I don't care. I'm not like
I'm so out on it too. Like she's going to beat Statlander too for that title.
Yeah,
we know it. There's no way she's going to lose to Statlander. And Statlander just won the title. And she had a great match with Toni Storm. You didn't get to see it, but it was Chris Statlander's good. I like her.
Mm-hmm. I do too, yeah. But I like
Kind saying.
Fine.
They tell you not to try it at home anyways. And they've done crazier stuff too.
It did not go well for me and Mikey Wilson.
Wait.
We whooped each other's ass doing WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in his basement. Just
but you guys didn't record it like we did.
No, we weren't trying to. No, we had ours was.
It wasn't a production. You had to be yours was raw underground,
kind of guerrilla. Yeah, like no ring, no ropes. You know, no cameras.
Sometimes was Davo Cato there. Sometimes remember when Davo Cato was in Raw Underground?
Sometimes it got a little personal, but we you shake up at the end.
Dude, Mikey's a strong dude. Like. He probably took it to you from time to time.
Okay, huh? You haven't seen his ass in high school, dude.
But you were chubbier back then. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I was physically stronger than Michael Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. How about this idea? Ladder match for all the belts. All Mercedes are just hanging, and then everybody gets to pick what belt they want to go to. And it would be a 50-minute match. Yeah.
I just say battle royal ladder match. 20 girls. Hang each title in different places. You know, let's just get weird. It's a free for all. And Mercedes has to get all of them. And she does.
Oh no. Don't give them ideas. I don't know, Tony Khan's not watching this show. There is times where I think that WWE is watching our show, but I don't think Tony Khan's watching our show. Hell, I don't think anybody watches our show when we talk AEW. So here's a little peek behind the curtain too, Tuck. We do WWE shows, or if we have an interview, it's usually going to break 60 views, you know, but every single time we put AEW in our title, 30 or less. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's like on Instagram, when I do a video and try really hard and produce it and cut shots and retake and double take, nothing. When I put a video of a fucking sprinkler, double the views, 3 times the view, you know. It's weird. It's a wild world we live in.
But hey, we have a good time doing it. So if you're enjoying us, guys, there's a QR code up there. That's where you can find all of our social media accounts. So follow us, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Kind says Mercedes wins every belt possible and then conquers WWE. She becomes like Thanos. Like I just don't care. I don't want to see it. You know, like I want her back, but you know I don't think that needs to be the story arc if she were to come back.
Yeah, I'm out.
Are you just out in general on Mercedes Moné, or you like her? You've gone to her matches before.
I went to San Jose to see her. I'm a fan of Mercedes Moné. I think I was a fan of Sasha Banks though.
I think I like Sasha Banks more. Yeah,
and so because that's where I don't know, like her matches that got me into NXT. So in that regard, Sasha Banks is responsible for my fandom, and it's cool. It's definitely interesting. It's compelling, but like at the same time, it's like how many of those titles are dollar store titles, or how many more are you going to add to them?
Yeah,
you know. And there's a lot of titles with a lot of credibility there. It just becomes a logistical nightmare in my head.
Well, and like, can you name any of the other titles? And one of them's even an interim title that she just took from Mina Shirakawa. Like, one of the 13 whatever titles she has is an interim title. Like, what are we doing here at this point? I don't know. But overall, I'm not sitting here and shitting on AEW Wrestledream. It was a good show. And Shout out to our friend TC Hendricks from the WrestleHolics podcast. He actually was able to go there and cover the event for Body Slam Net. So he's got to meet Tony Khan. He said he talked to Tony Khan about the Main Event Wrestling Network. So Tony Khan at least knows that the network exists. So Tony, your show was a B+ from me, dog. I think it was worth the $50, but Tuck, I can't do these 6-hour pay-per-views all the time. I just can't. It's too much.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I used to be so down for them all day, all night. Let's make it a thing. But then, it's a lot.
It is a lot indeed. And also, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I think Brett basically was just volunteering his time to be our producer behind the scenes. Is that what you're getting out of this comment? Because that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, talk me into it.
Brett, if you want to sit behind the studio and work our volume and do the sound bites, go for it. We'll give you an invite to every single episode. You're hired. We just don't have any money, right?
Yeah, no, it's a pay is shit, but the vibes are great.
You can help us get some money right here on the MarkWrestlingPodcast.com. We got some great merch, man. We need that money over here.
Spend some of your money on some OTM merch.
I don't think anybody's bought OTM merch in months. So
it's been a while.
We're down bad over here for sure. And Brett's in. Look at that. We just hired a producer behind the scenes. You don't get PTO because you're not working hard enough. Damn it.
I just want to say that Kyle Gagliardi's comments are not the express written views of all hosts on this show. Thank you. Love you,
Great Brown Hope works his ass off. You know it. And you know who worked his ass off to return to WWE? Ilja Dragunov, who took that United States title from Sami Zayn. I did not see it coming. The Miz's music hit, which was a nice little swerve because we saw the Miz earlier, and then you heard the dun 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 dun. Comes out more Jack Tuck.
Well,
almost the size of Ryan Vogus. That's how big he was looking with the dragon neck tattoo. That's when you know you mean business.
Let's give some of these guys some time off because a lot of people have benefited from it. Roman Reigns, part-time superstar, but here's what you're going to get. An absolutely dialed physique, a dude that is at 100% and on his game, and then we'll see him. And this is what we got with Dragunov. There's a lot of them that make a return. They're in incredible shape, and there's a new stank to them that they did themselves. And there's a lot of guys that we've seen come back looking bigger, looking stronger. Kind of came out of nowhere, pretty refreshing. It was not on my radar.
It wasn't reported either. Like you didn't see the dirt sheets going crazy that day.
Yeah, because I don't subscribe to any of that anymore.
There you go. Finally, you turned the corner on them.
Yeah, well, it was like it was becoming exhausting.
We respect what they do, for the record. We're just into the spoilers.
That's definitely a thing, and I can definitely see how people enjoy that aspect of it. But I loved him, and I think that was Augie's first time since he's been able to pay attention. Seeing Ilja Dragunov, so
now he's going to be starting to do the orchestrating while he's coming out.
He does the EO. He does the EO when he sees it. When she does it, he'll do it back. There's not really a command that makes him do that on his own, but he's a very interactive viewer.
He could be one of the smartest, youngest fans that the WWE has. Honestly, I don't know many 2-year-olds that are going to emote when EO does it.
He's definitely
impressive.
He's interested.
You know what? We talked about it. I mean, the fact that this wasn't really rumored, nobody was really mentioning his name. Of course, we were speculating that he could be returning soon, but I think a lot of people were assuming maybe it would be like an Obafemi because Obafemi lost his NXT title to Ricky Saints, so maybe he would be the one to get called up. But I think that's what's great about the Open Challenge too, which is why I love that Sami did it because it's just going to create that next crop of talent. And now I think Sami Zayn will probably go up to the main event scene. I don't know where you see him going next.
Yeah, well, I love putting the stamp on Ilja upon the return, and Sami doesn't have to have the U.S. title to be credible. He gave the U.S. title credibility, further credibility, and I loved the Open Challenge. I don't know that Ilja goes that route, but
I think he should.
I don't think Sami's really going to hang out in the U.S. title scene war game season is upon us, right? And so we
They
got
got to
to
get to building to that, right?
we got to start assembling something here. It's not very clear to me on the
Why it's an
men's
MFT, maybe?
why.
It's a little faction warfare.
But
I mean,
like,
I like the spookiness of their stare down last week was cool to me.
but
Doesn't do it for you. Not enough stakes.
well, like, when are we going? Because it's
Tag
October
titles
23rd.
probably. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, it's so late to the build. We're here, what, a month away probably from War Games?
And
We have no idea.
It's got to start happening soon. I think the women's side, there's kind of some things. You've got
I
the
like
Rhea,
it,
the
yeah.
Io, the Asuka, the Kyrie.
Well, on Raw.
Yeah, there are
SmackDown's a mess.
things that happen. Well, it might just be a Raw specific War Games. I don't know that they're opposed to that, but that's the strength of having two brands too. You know,
This is true.
and
Well,
also
speaking of
not giving shit about the rules.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They need a draft or something. They need to switch things up. We got the same people feuding.
It was rumored to be happening, but I don't. It hasn't.
Yeah,
let
I
me see
saw
if I
that
can
rumor
find something.
too. Yeah, I'm glad this is how the return was done. He deserved this. Hopefully, it's a reign that's booked well. Puts Ilja in a spot to show his talent to have a long reign. Let's get Sammy to the main event. Yeah, I think Sammy, like kind of saying, could be the person to win the Royal Rumble. It is happening in Saudi next year, so he's going to have the support. That's for sure. Great Brown Hope's trying to speak it into existence of the Dawkins solo run coming. He thinks Dawkins versus Ilja to tease what's to come. Maybe. I'm not sure if we're going to get that quite yet. But the Street Profits is another weird thing. And Tuck, I know you're a big Street Profits guy, but
It hurts.
they need to figure out what they're doing with them. Just like split them up at this point. I'm tired of it.
It hurts, man, and it doesn't have to end in a blood feud right now for things to go their separate ways. They can do we need to take a break thing, you know.
Yeah. Go your separate ways.
It's not working. You don't have to blow it off in a turn. You don't have to throw them through the barbershop window, but
Yeah.
you also could, because for me, I'm a Street Profits, fan day one. I wore a Street Profits shirt to WrestleMania when they were in a like multi-tag team.
The showcase match at
Pre-show.
WrestleMania, which actually almost stole the show.
Yeah, it was a banger. But at this point right now, it feels gray, right?
For sure.
Let's put a stamp on it and get to moving. And I can't wait for the Street Profits run in 2028 when they get back together and win the tag titles again. I'm not throwing the shirts away.
This is so true, though, because, like, how long have we been speculating this Montez Ford singles run? I think me and you probably talked about it in 2021.
But I'll tell you what, the previous comment was right, though, because
Which one?
This stagnation has actually made me believe Dawkins can do it on his own.
Oh, so you like what the Great Brown Hope's saying about the Dawkins being the guy.
And the reason I say that is because if Montez went solo 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, I don't know what. To me, it feels like Dawkins been built to go on his own. So I do appreciate the time aspect. I think both of them could be successful. Again, I think Montez is the star, but
He's got the higher ceiling for sure.
We've seen crazier things, dude. Dawkins as a mid-card title, I don't think that's crazy.
And the Great Brown Hope has talked about that too in his blogs before. I mean, I think it was one of his featured 5-at-5s. He talked about Angelo Dawkins, breaking out and being the star of the Street Profits. But SmackDown in general is just, it's got a weird vibe to it. And I think a lot of it goes to the women's division because I'm going to put the blame on Tiffany Stratton. I know it's not fully her fault, but I've hated her title run, dude. I really haven't got the chance to ask you how you felt about it, but I really feel like her title run has killed the SmackDown women's division.
And that's why I'm so excited Stephanie Vaquer won at Crown Jewel.
Something new.
Well, the thing that Stratton had was she was undefeated in 2025. Cool.
They wouldn't shut up about it too.
Because that's all they had. If you have one
That's
card,
the only interesting thing about the run.
if you've only got one card, just go ahead and play that card over and over and over again. The favorite feud of Tiffany Stratton's,
I guess Nia Jax. Like that's crazy to mention because like I can't think of her feuds. They were just one off. Jade's was two baby faces and they had awkward tension. It never made sense. Jade should have beat her.
the feud of the cinch was the Flair Stratton feud that got personal. There was some
Oh,
stank
right.
on that.
Yeah,
There
you're
was some
right.
stank on that. Loved it. And that propelled her to a title. And then
And that's when it made sense for her to win. But then after that, they just didn't follow up
yeah,
on it.
yeah. And so for me, oh yeah, she was the champion at Mania.
Yeah,
You
she went
know,
in as champion.
like that was good. And
Yeah, it
that
was a moment, but that's
that was
about it.
that was April.
Yeah. And it's like, what are we waiting for now?
Yeah.
Now that she's not undefeated, why should we care? And that's when the draft needs to come into play. But we can go on and on about that. Guide said Dawkins being mid-card champ isn't crazy if we're talking 10 years ago. Those type of people don't get mid-card runs now. It's mainly just for those before they get pushed into the world title scene. I think I'm confused on what he's trying to say there. I'm not going to lie, Tuck. That was a hard one to follow.
It's not crazy if we're talking. He thought it wasn't crazy 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. But now he's saying it's a little too late probably for Dawkins.
Yeah,
to get
and
that
so
push.
he's kind of putting him in that Dolph Ziggler can make a run and a push. Like I think he's speaking to the quality of talent.
Okay.
You know, from a depth chart perspective, it's mainly just for those before they get pushed in the world title scene. So Kine is viewing it as an elevator instead of, in his opinion, 10 years ago when it was kind of a separate rung on the ladder.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for catching me up. Once again, been a long week over here.
Dude, we're here. We're
now
all pulling the
Ilja,
same rope.
you got that right. Now Ilja is the U.S. champ. What's a few opponents you'd like him to face? Carmelo Hayes right off the bat. I think of Carmelo Hayes and Ilja's feud in NXT. I think that has to happen, right?
Carmelo needs it, doesn't he?
Desperately. He's like the
ready.
only one. He's the only one that hasn't gotten the moment.
But a disgruntled employee would have blown up by now. I know contracts thing, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But I think shout out to sticking. I don't think he's selling where he's at right now. I think he's making the best of every moment he's got.
Yeah.
He needs more moments.
Give him a chance, dude. I think Carmelo Hayes should be the guy to probably take that title off of him, other than maybe the obvious Gunther. But once again, Gunther, I think, is above the U.S. title at this point, right? Like, I don't view him as a mid-carder anymore.
No, Gunther is a potential Cena candidate, right?
He's got to be the betting favorite, right?
Yeah.
I would guess. I mean, that's what the speculation was. I saw reports.
I do think that might be, other than the heel turn and the instant reaction to the heel turn with the Cena this year. I do think that who his final opponent, that conversation is one of the funnest parts of this retirement run. Who could it be? It could be, this makes sense, that makes sense, this makes sense, that makes sense. And his last two matches he's just been on stage playing the hits.
Fantastic matches.
And it's a fun watch because you become, you know, a detective trying to figure out what's next and who he's talking
Who is
to.
he paying homage to?
And
right?
that's fun. And we spent some time this year when it was kind of shit a little bit with it. But credit to WWE for, in my opinion, riding the ship on the way out.
I think it's more credit to John Cena than WWE. You know, John Cena really turned that thing around there. But yeah, so there's other things going on. We got Saturday night's main event coming up in a couple weeks. And Seth Rollins got stripped of the title, so that apparently was a legitimate injury. So there's a new title match, CM Punk taking on Jey Uso. A lot of people wanted LA Knight to be in that spot. But man, the way I look at it is, once I found out Rollins was hurt, I assumed Punk was going to get that title no matter what. So would you want LA Knight to win on Monday Night Raw just to lose again to CM Punk in another world title match? No, not me.
And so I think there's more you can do with CM Punk and Jey Uso, because Jey Uso is in the middle of a little bit of a thing with his brother now. I don't know if it pays off. I don't know if Saturday night's main event is the payoff here. But when you look at the card for this Saturday night's main event, is that the main event?
Yes, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And so this, in my opinion, will be the main event draw. And with LA Knight, I think what the point that you made, have him win to have him lose again.
He's lost so many big matches in his career. So he's like the modern day Dolph Ziggler.
Well, and he's working hard, and I do think he should get a shot. but like I think someone needs Punk's got to win. Someone's got to sneaky beat Punk at some point to
I
make
think
LA
that would
Knight
be
the
Braun
favorite.
Breaker. I think Braun Breaker would be the guy to take it off of Punk.
But do
And
you
then you
think
have
LA
Knight
can
take it off of Braun. Yeah, have LA Knight
How?
take it off Braun.
How
Maybe
with
get the
division?
briefcase.
Okay, but Money in the
But
Bank
that's later
is in
now. Yeah, that's
the
September
fall.
now, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Fuck,
so,
there goes that idea. Too
but
much time.
again, there's a ton of shit you can do to get to September too. We
Yeah.
a lot of times we have a very close vision, but I was a little shocked. I thought LA Knight was going to win it too, looking at the
So did I.
candidate pool. But I went into the Battle Royal thinking, well, the Jay and Jimmy thing,
There's story there.
they have that, so that's why LA Knight's going to win this. And coming out of it, I think because Jimmy and Jay have that little thing, it makes this main event a little bit more interesting.
It does.
And saves LA Knight from losing another big one.
That's how I look at it. Yeah.
He's not cooling down, really. If anything,
No.
they're gonna flirt with him and a
Just
time
keeping
or
him
two
steamed
more
up. Yeah.
to keep the crowd like they might be playing the crowd to go like to riot,
To get him to a fever pitch. Yeah. To like a yes movement. I see what you're saying.
And we love those moments too.
When the crowd feels like they organically influence the story. It's WWE kind of them backing them way into it, and maybe that's what the direction they're going in here. But yeah, that's why I'm not mad that LA Knight's not in this match. Brett said LA Knight and Jay are the same thing right now. They keep having those two lose, but with Jay, there's more of an angle with Jimmy and Roman, like we've been saying. Kine said I didn't want Jay or Knight. Both have been beaten by Punk, which is a great point by Kine. Should have at least been somebody different to lose to him, like Penta, Finn, or Dom. See, honestly, I'm kind of with Kine here because he's right. CM Punk already has beaten Jey Uso and LA Knight, so what really are we doing here?
Maybe they don't want to lose a feud that could be built up in that way. They've never fought. They've never been challenged on a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah. Sure.
And I don't know that they view Saturday, but it's a C-level show.
Oh, 100%. It is a glorified house show with the lights turned on. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Punk's got the schedule he wants and probably makes a boatload of cash doing it. He'll take an L to Jay. So, honestly, I can see Jey Uso winning. I don't think it's crazy to predict that because he does have something going on. Like, he's trying to become the next Roman Reigns. And I could see the scenario where he faces Roman Reigns as Roman's the babyface, Jay's the heel at WrestleMania next year.
Is it a way to heat Jimmy up? Is it a way?
Yeah, I would love that.
So Jay wins, and so I'm trying to rationalize GBH here. Jay wins, super kicks Jimmy. That propels us to Jimmy's in the world title picture now.
Oh,
there's a thing there
because you can always get Punk back into the world title seat.
He's at it or above it always, and it could be a thing. And that makes you want to tune into Saturday night's main event, doesn't it? A little. There are some.
It's more intriguing than LA Knight versus CM Punk. There's more avenues and direction to go.
And I think with the ability of Punk and LA Knight on the mic, they aren't afraid to give that time. 4 weeks, 6 week build, a trilogy or something. Maybe that could be on the back burner too, where they think a Punk and Knight feud can have legs over time.
And I think it could. So
let's just keep this Jimmy and Jay thing going because it's on a track right now.
That might be the direction they go. So that's why I don't think it's crazy for people to be 50-50 on this match because it definitely makes sense for Jay to win the world title again. And maybe Jimmy could cost Jay as well, attempt to help inadvertently cost him. That seems definitely like a realistic possibility as well. Brett says Jay versus Punk haven't fought for the title. Someone has to win no matter the interference. Yeah, I want to see a clean finish here for sure.
Well, the Jimmy of it makes you think.
Ooh, see, Great Brown Hope, you guys were on the same wavelength there. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Jay versus Jimmy after Saturday night's main event.
It's just, I mean, dude, we live in a world where we want shit now.
But it's crazy to say that we could be talking about the Usos in a world title feud because their match at WrestleMania was the drizzling shits.
They got to make up, dude.
That's maybe what they're trying to do.
Both of them took that personally. You don't.
And he's a dad now, Big Jim.
Come on, dog. Yeah, that's two Big Jims.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We got another Big Jim over here. Couple Big Jimmies. It's too obvious we're getting Punk versus LA. It is because they like to. Triple H really loves to drag the inevitable out. Like I know he does give us surprises, but we can see where he's going.
He knows what he's got in his pocket, and so he's gonna play and gamble right in front of him a little bit. I think it's fun. It's fun. I hate
picking and plugging, right?
But I do enjoy WWE.
Yeah, we always are going to lean WWE over here. That's just the other co-host that we have that's usually on the show. He wouldn't say the same thing, but we lean this way for sure. Yeah. Two Big Jims, but where's the Slim Jim?
I'm far slimmer than I was a couple years ago.
That is Slim Jim over there, but we don't have a sponsorship.
I don't know that you've like lost a ton of weight, but you're trim now. You're trim.
I mean, I lost 35 pounds initially.
Fuck.
You didn't know that?
That's not nothing. No,
yeah, I was 190. I was 190 at one point.
About 165 now?
No, 155.
Oh shit, math.
Yeah.
I teach.
35 pounds. You should have done the math, buddy.
I'm here.
Come on, Tucky is so much better than Ian, low key. All right, Ian's about to lose his dog.
It's been made high key, but
we're not gonna
appreciate it.
We're not gonna dump on Ian right now.
The elite S tier is all three. We know that.
All of us are S tier, is what you're saying, correct? We are.
Of the options, all three of us is the best option.
Correct. I would rather have a show with us three on it than not. I see what you're saying for sure. All right, let's go through it quick, even though I'm going to talk about it Saturday on the Main Event Mixer. We got Halloween Havoc. You told me you've been keeping up with NXT.
Yes.
I will be dressing up, by the way, next week. Are you going to be with us on the pod?
On the podcast, you're dressing up? I don't know if that costume will be here in time. I'm going to Stone Cold for our Halloween game this year. Well,
I'm going to Stone Cold on Thursday, just so you know.
Oh, well, we don't want that. That would be cool. Stone Cold, Stash Cold over here, Steve Austin, but he's my neighbor. So I'm maybe the baseball coach dressing up at Stone Cold at the high school game could be a thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, say hi to him next time you see him, by the way.
I'll let you know. Yeah, shout out Minden Meat and Deli.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
No, not a sponsor.
If you use code OTM, you might not get anything for free.
They will, if you use code OTM at checkout at Minden Meat and Deli, they will look at you with a funny face.
So don't do it.
Confirm.
Halloween Havoc, NXT, which, by the way, if you're a fan of NXT like me, I think you'll like NXT Night Shift. I'm live every Tuesday, 10 minutes after NXT is live with my boy Jay Gold. We're having a fun time. Tuck, I don't know if you've ever gotten the chance to tune in, but last week we had Najee, who has been a guy that's been attending NXT shows for the past couple of years. Okay. And he actually is the one that caught Jeff Hardy's t-shirt a couple weeks ago on the show. And then he got a proper send-off from Ricky Saints last night after NXT went off the air. He went up to Najee and gave him a send-off and everything because he's moving to Las Vegas. So he's going to be coming towards your area.
Yeah.
I might have to link you two up.
Yeah. That's
little
cool.
Collab. Yeah,
that is cool. I did miss that episode, but I'll tell you what. Big Jay Gold fan. Big fan of all the people on the network. We got a great Main Event Wrestling network. The chat is popping, rapid, hard to keep up. But the Main Event Wrestling network is really a place where you'll see me pop into that group chat. I'm not going to post a lot, but just seeing
keep it up with it, dude.
We've connected, and I'm going to go talk about my wrestling toys with the dude from LA I've never met before, but I know the first time we see each other could be the Content House in Minnesota. People forget.
Yeah, that is in the works. There's a lot of main event moves happening behind the scenes.
Whether it's someone like Kind in the chats or Great Brown Hope plugging pods just a machine. And
Brett's dressing up, by the way, next week. Our producer, Brett, by the way.
Let's go.
That means he's gonna have to work comments too. Does that mean I'm out of a job now?
No, I do think you should be the comment
still be
guy
comment
because
guy.
that is conversation, but that is a separate tab.
Oh, but he can work the private chat and kind of direct us that way.
Yeah, and
OTM might go to a whole nother level if we have producer Haskell behind the scenes.
And if it's the drizzling shits, now we have a fall guy.
And Brett, I'll tell you this: if we do see an uptick in views and ratings, I will start paying you. You have my word. I will. You don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give like $5 per episode.
I
That's
think
not bad.
I might pay the most on the pod, and I'm never on it.
I don't know about that because I'm spending more money on Opus clips now that I have multiple shows.
Oh, so Opus, yeah, that's.
I spend about $40 a month on that
for
those AI clips. But we're spending our hard-earned money, but we love to do it because we're creating these communities, having these bonds and these friendships, and that's what keeps the lights on over here, guys. And also the merch. But Halloween Havoc this Saturday. You said you're gonna be watching live, right?
Oh yeah. Got the house to myself this weekend. Throw up the ones in the chat because I'm the king of the house this weekend, boy.
I was throwing up the too sweet. No, Augie's still the king.
That'll be too sweet, but I'm gonna engage in some of the activities that Great Brown Hope enjoys, as I mentioned previously in the comments, and we're gonna.
He's even gonna do it for free. How about that?
Well, thank God.
House party, Tuck.
Kind, if you show up, I got a room for you, brother. It's a crib.
It's a crib. He can fit. He seems like a skinny guy. He's probably tall. He definitely seems skinnier, but he's probably a lot taller than me, which isn't saying much. All right, we're going to quickly go through this because I'm going to save a lot of that talk for the main event mixer going down this Saturday, which, by the way, will be live at noon Eastern for that. The Great Brown Hope, DC, and Jay Gold for that one. But first match we're going to talk about here, Tucky, is Ethan Page, who's been doing some great stuff as North American champion, taking on El Hijo de Wagner Jr.
Yes.
What do you got?
Okay, so this one's kind of interesting because Ethan Page has a special place in my heart, and this is why I love independent wrestling. Ethan Page, Jordan Grace, Falls Count Anywhere match on the Square Auditorium in Crown Point, Indiana.
Wait, that happened in my city?
Yes, that card was stacked, dude. Darby Allin was on that card. It was a crazy Black Label show. Before they got weird and went to the other place and the COVID stuff happened, Black Label Pro was on one.
Yeah.
I'm going Ethan Page just because of the sentimental value, but I think Wagner Jr., I think there's certainly a case to be made for him as well, but I'm going Ethan Page, all ego.
Ego. Great song to work out to, by the way. Put that in your playlist.
All
Add it to it. And I'm going to save my explanations for the mixer, but I also think I'm going with Ethan Page. And if you watch The Night Shift, I say something nice about him every episode, so I don't need to say anymore. But Guy says, Tucky, what's your opinion on the MVM of the year for 2025? Should it be decided by stats, or should that be voted on by the people? I believe in democracy. This is kind, so I believe the people deserve a vote. I said it should go by stats.
So I'm also a teacher. In some courses, we have weighted categories. So I do think a fan vote could be part of it, but I also think stats matter. We can weight stats heavier than the fan vote. We can weight the fan vote more. We could do it 50-50. I think Kine has a point here. That
he kind of rigged the vote though last year. You gotta be honest. You know it. You're the one that set it up.
Well, and that's why maybe the fan vote or the Kine vote is not weighted. Is
1 Gmail per vote, right? You can do that.
And
Shout Brett's probably right.
He was grinding.
Brett's got stats. He's like our stats guy now. He just always in the chat, so he knows these things. He's probably right. I do say it's good. But hey, we love jamming to wrestling themes.
So what I think, can you make a playlist public? Like, can you?
Yeah. We do it. I can make mine with yours. I have my wrestling playlist.
Do the OTM.
Share it.
But you're a Spotify guy though, aren't you?
Oh, I am definitely a Spotify guy. Are you an Apple Music guy?
I'm even weirder.
Pandora?
Could be weirder. YouTube Music.
Okay, you're a psychopath.
Well,
what?
I buy YouTube Premium and it's free with that.
Okay, but still, I mean, what?
That's valid. I get that a lot. I'm not. I understand, but it is Spotify. It's just YouTube.
Oh, that I did not see that coming from you.
I know, dude. I think that's the first time I've claimed it publicly.
Yeah,
it's not shame, but I really enjoy it. I
really don't know how to recover from that one.
My mowing playlist on YouTube Music for all one of you or zero that subscribe. Bad Girls Pregame. Randy
Interesting
Orton.
choice.
I think it's what Randy Orton listens to when he works out.
Fair enough. So he's definitely, you got Glorilla on there.
It's the first track, motherfucker.
Yeah, put it on the ticker. Yeah, we might have to put it on the ticker. This just in. Breaking news. Okay, so we're going with Ethan Page to retain. What about Leon Slater and Javon Evans? That's a fun tag team taking on another one, La Parka and Mr. Iguana. How can you not love Mr. Iguana?
Yeah, I enjoy Mr. Iguana, but I think there's too much talent on the other side of the ring for Javon Evans and Leon Slater. This is a match I'm looking forward to.
It's going to be fun.
Because of the athleticism. The stock in Slater and Evans is continuing to rise.
You know their combined age is 42.
Yeah, and I'm 35. So it's
them together are only 7 years older than you.
Pretty close. And their athleticism is about 7 times mine. So I'm going and I think match of the night candidate, but also the Mr. Iguana of it all makes me interested in the maybe not match of the candidate.
It's going to be the most fun.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Javon and Slater for sure. Like, Javon and Slater could actually be a main roster tag team, and Slater's not even in the company. Which is another thing I've been talking about with Jay Gold on the other show, Tuck, is like, I don't think enough credit is being given to what NXT is doing right now, because not only are they working, and it is working with TNA, AAA is also heavily involved with NXT. So they're successfully building 3 different brands into one right now.
And it's crazy because they have been able to maintain the identities of each brand, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The TNA is still TNA, NXT is still NXT, and AAA is still AAA. And the crossover, the comic book crossovers we're seeing here. Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles on a AAA show.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
It's crazy. And shout out to Dom for how hot, Dom is on a rocket right now. I really like Dom Mysterio.
It's pretty funny. The chat has basically been saying their opinions, and then Tuck, you basically just speak it into existence right when they're typing it at the same time. It's kind of impressive. We're in sync with our audience. For the marks, by the marks. You get it?
It's not an accident.
That's just how we built this show. All right, so we're both going with Slater and Evans. We got 3 title matches then. Oh, no, 4 more title matches then.
Damn.
We have North American title match, Zarya versus Blake Monroe, because unfortunately Sol Ruca is hurt. Who you got?
I'm going Blake Monroe.
Glamour is forever, right?
Yeah, and Zarya is dope. Zarya
awesome.
is dope for real. But here, okay, Zarya's got an excuse. The Sol Ruca of it all could be a something.
Distraction.
Blake Monroe's just going to be top dog.
Yeah, Glamour stocks are going up right now, people. That's all I'm going to say. I'll talk about it more on the main event mixer this Saturday. We got a Broken Rules match. Yes, the Broken Hardys are back. They're the NXT champions, which is crazy because they're in their 50s and they are in the developmental brand holding the belts. But they're taking on Dark State in a Broken Rules match, which I don't know if you saw NXT. The video package was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's Hardys by a million in this one for me. You can't put that video package out there and then have them taken out. And that is really excited to me because the Hardys, and specifically Jeff Hardy, he was the one I always resonated with between the two. They have given me a kind of a turbulent fandom, and for me to see that, well, we saw them at GCW at SummerSlam, and they're on the rise and they're giving back now. It's been fun to watch. They are certainly not the Hardy Boys from the Edge and Christian.
The Hardy Men.
They are the Hardy geriatrics at this point, and I'm here for it.
Still bringing it, as Big AJ and Big Justice would say. They're still bringing it for sure. So I'm gonna go and save that pick for the mixer as well. Spoiler alert. NXT Women's Championship match, JC Jane versus Tatum Paxley. Tatum, has the underdog story right now. She's really got the support of the NXT audience. Do you think she's got what it takes, though, to take that title off JC, who's doing, I think, a pretty good job as a champion?
Here's the question when you're looking at developmental in NXT. Is there something on the horizon for JC Jane yet? If yes, I think she loses. If no, I think she retains. I think JC Jane retains. On the horizon. That's why I think JC Jane retains here.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is Tatum Paxley has a push, but they're not afraid to hit the pause button.
Yeah, that's
on the opposite side. They're also not afraid to make a title switch on Halloween Havoc. It's a PLE. It's a special event. I'm still leaning towards JC Jane.
Yeah, I like what JC's doing with that title, so I think they're going to keep it on her. I know a lot of people want Tatum Paxley to win. I think it'd be a fun moment, but it's like, what do you do after that? It's going to get a good reaction. You're going to have a great follow-up on Tuesday, probably with the crowd embracing her. But what's the next step for Tatum Paxley after that? Is it going right into that feud with Izzy Dame? I don't need that. JC Jane's doing good shit, so let's do it.
Yep.
Look at who's in the chat. Our friend Ryan Vogus. He said he found his Dudley glasses today. Great shirt. He's wearing that for you, bud.
Worn 4 vote tonight. Love it.
Yeah, we do love it indeed. So you're going with JC Jane then to retain her NXT Women's title?
Yeah. Look forward to the match. So, are there things with Tatum? Again, I think they're going to string them along. They can do that in NXT.
Yeah. For sure. So, final match, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. I think Trick's headed to the main roster. Ricky just won the title. What do you think?
I am a Ricky Starks OG guy. I've loved him. Right there. I only have 4 signed 8x10s on the wall, and he's one of them. With the Briscoes, Mick Foley.
Dude, I remember you meeting Ricky Starks at the time.
That was early in our convention game. I think that was our first one kind of together. So we're getting better at it for sure.
Yes, we are.
I'm going Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints is my official pick as well, which means we went over time because I didn't expect to go over an hour, but I guess
OTM.
Overtime. Yeah. It's been a rough week, like we said, but it was fun getting back together with you on this podcast because that's how it all started. And I'm very conflicted right now. Full disclosure, as always, with the chat. I don't know who should win the MVM title because first off, let's set the table. Bill Moss, the guy who's been at the top, he has the most reigns. I believe he has 12 reigns as MVM this year. He said from the beginning he doesn't have what it takes, Tuck. He can't do it. He vacated the title. So now what? What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. We launched a battle royale in the chats is what we did.
We did, and I've been going back and forth. Originally, I did have somebody else winning this MVM, but I think it is going to be new MVMs of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. This is their second reign as tag team champions. It is Haskine. Brett and Kiner, the tag team champions.
A synergy alike the mega powers in their prime.
Look at the chat. I knew it. We are back.
Is it an inside job? Some people are asking. Our soon-to-be producer and an OG.
The MVM of the year. Yeah.
The cans, the cups. The trash is being tossed into the ring upon Kine and Brett. Yep, I knew it.
Great Brown Hope is not happy. So, Great Brown Hope, you were my pick, but you kind of fell off towards the end there. It's a marathon. It goes until the very end of the show. Everything matters.
Show, people. It's a live show.
Everything matters.
Things happen, just like in pro wrestling. This is
second tag team reign for them. There's never been, I don't think, multiple tag team reigns. So they might be the greatest tag team MVMs of all time.
It's It's unprecedented, but I
What a
think
way to return.
that's the glory of the business. Yeah, a shocking return.
That's why we do it.
A second reign among a tag team in different parts of the world. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Life is crazy, but it's always fun hanging out with you guys on Thursdays, and it's great to get Tucky back in the saddle here for the winter time. Great Brown Hope. Here we go. Now I can get into this. Great Brown Hope
and hot sauce.
The Great Brown Hot Sauce versus Team Haskine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tag. We're building a tag division better than AEW.
We're on our way to War Games.
All right, we got to pick our sides then. Which one are you siding with? Are you going with Haskine? Are you going with the Great Brown Hot Sauce?
Well, I'm a GBH disciple and OG. I've adopted him as my brother, and so it feels with you and the Brett connection.
Brett is my
Team
brother.
Haskine, and I am the Great Brown Hot Sauce. Day one.
So we each need 2 more members then, right?
You got to come back next week as
where will Ian go?
As Too Sweet Kyle and Tucker Talks Turf form their factions heading into War Games in the comment section. I'm going Great Brown Hot Sauce as my 1s and 2s squaring off against.
So that's what we have to do. For next week, we got to find our final 2 teammates because it's me, Kine, and Brett, and then you, Bill Moss, and Great Brown Hope right now. So we got to recruit, right?
I mean.
You're not. I know you're going to get Vogus on your team. It's not fair.
That's what we both weren't saying. I got Vogus.
I know you're going to take. No, we don't want Robbie Collins. He's undersized. We need some size on our team, guys. We need some size. Ian I'll take the podcast dad on my team. He's got. I just.
Then I'll take Eric. He's my second.
No, Eric's got good biceps.
He's also Jack. Thank you.
This team is fucked.
Sauce over here. I've got Great.
We don't want Jay Gold's old ass kind. Come on.
Great Brown Hope, absolute demon from LA. Okay,
he knows Lucha.
Hot Sauce, Bill Moss, an absolute villain in the chats. Vogus, we've both seen pictures. That's it.
He's big.
And then we throw on the incredible physique of an Eric Robinson, and we got high flyers, we got strength.
Maybe Jay Gold could be your manager.
We would love it. We would love it. Jay Gold, the manager of the Great Brown Hot Sauce, with Bo and Rowe. Tuck, Vo, and Rowe.
Yeah, Brett, we're gonna need to get you in the gym because we got a lot of size to catch up on over here. So we are on the road to War Games, OTM War Games, I guess. So we'll get that payoff here in a month. But guys, don't forget, best way to support the show, onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com. Get yourself some merch. It's wintertime. It's getting cold out there. I have a cold. You can hear the sniffles.
Yeah.
I might need to put on that beanie behind me. You can go purchase one at the onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com. That's what they call me. Hey, Tuck, one more time before we get the hell out of here. Tell our friends what's going on over at the Main Event Wrestling Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following or subscribed to us, make sure you do that now. Hit that like button and that share. And then also, please, with strong consideration, follow at Main Event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network, a fledgling conglomerate of people passionate about pro wrestling in all facets. We've got video, we've got audio, we got podcasts, we got YouTubes, we got blogs. Boy, we got blogs. And it's a lot of guys, a lot of people that enjoy pro wrestling, and we're trying to grow the community together. A positive-minded community celebrating pro wrestling together. It might not be great every day, but it's ours, and we got it.
Have you been drinking out in the sun or have a cold because your nose is beat red, Tuck?
That is a great question. I have not been drinking out in the sun, but I've been mowing, baby, and we're still in the 70s out here in northern Nevada.
39 here. 39.
Life is good. So we've been out in the yard. Had a practice today. It was 73. So forgot the sunscreen, as you can say, but call me Rudolph. I don't know.
Some are saying.
And follow at Tucker Talks Turf. What a channel for all your turf tips, satisfying baseball grass needs at Tucker Talks Turf. We're growing. It's been fun.
It's kind of funny because you started a new Instagram adventure, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's long overdue. I need a wrestling Instagram for all my wrestling related stuff. So If you guys want to follow that, it's nothing crazy. I'm just going to be sharing my content over there. But a lot of people seem to like Instagram more than X, I think, now. So give me a follow at Too Sweet Kyle.
X is Twitter. X is text forward. You know, I fucking sit on Reels all the time. TikTok. It's just, let's just keep it going. Let's see what's next. You know.
Yeah, I get it. I've never been a Reels guy myself because they're just old TikToks from a couple weeks later. But I digress. I'll always be a TikTok guy. Tuck, it was great to have you back. You got any final words before we get the hell out of here?
Life is good. It's great to be a pro wrestling fan. We got Halloween Havoc coming up. Life is good. And I'm excited for War Games to see it in Petco Park. I don't know what it looks like. That's my other thought.
Yeah, that's true. And hopefully decent weather, right? Because it's November.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. San Diego's beautiful year round.
San Diego, which of course means a whale's vagina.
Yes, it works 60% of the time, every time.
Every time. There we go.
Life is good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling
Podcast.